What is up, guys? It's your boy Smalls with Thoughts from the Bench. Welcome back to The Vault, the weekly show where we take a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. We'll get to that in a second, but I'm joined as always by the funniest co-host on the internet, Mr. Benny Buckets.
Hello. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you again.
Dude, another week in the books. It's been a long week. It's been a long week at my day job. So this is my escape, and I am enjoying a nice Jameson Stout edition, which
I saw that. Oh yeah, and by the way, happy belated Smalls here. Happy happy belated birthday, my guy. I'm upset that we couldn't be in person to celebrate, but I'm very happy to be on the show with you this week and hope you had a good birthday, man.
yes, sir. It wasn't my real birthday. It was kind of a little halvesy action, but
Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, Smalls was born on a leap year. And so his birthday is actually February 29th, 1995. Is that correct?
six.
1996. Okay, yeah. That's correct. So he was born on a leap year, so you're technically only what, like 4 years old or 5 years old at this point, if we're
Uh,
gonna go based off the date.
6 1/4. Since I just
Six
turned
and one
25.
quarter.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yep. Oh
well,
yeah.
happy birthday, man, and I'm glad that you still celebrate even on years where it doesn't hit.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. It's dude, I don't hate it though because the work icebreakers that they always have you do whenever you come in. Leap baby. I'm a fucking leap baby. Like it's easy. Um. So Ben, I this week's topic, like I'm pretty excited. I know you're excited about it. It's not.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked.
It's not exactly. Also, hold on. Actually, before I get into it, are you holding out on me again? You're not having a drink again. I'm gonna call you out every time you do it.
I'm
Fucking
sorry, man.
you bastard. On my belated birthday, no less.
Okay, well, next week we'll double celebrate as a belated and pre St. Patty's. Or actually, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
That's
I'll
what.
I'll,
That's
I'll
what.
be drinking soon.
That's what we in the business call it, a teaser.
It is a teaser. It is a teaser.
Um. So Ben, like I said though, this is a different topic this week. I'm very excited about it. It's a different topic. Not sure if people are gonna. Not sure if it's gonna make sense to some people, but if you're a fan of the show and you know us, I think it's gonna make a lot of sense.
It's unorthodox.
It's very
It's definitely
unorthodox.
different. It's different from what we are used to doing, but I think this is going to take, and like you said, I mean, people who are honestly just big sports fans should like this theme that we're going with here.
Oh yeah. So before we get into it, this week's topic is brought to you by Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is
Boy,
your
Will!
Will. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Fucking screaming over there. Uh, Marshall Fitness is your online personal training resource that offers personalized workouts based on equipment, goals, and personal preferences. He also personalizes your nutritional goals using an app called MyFitnessPal. And he supports you really on a weekly basis with any questions you might have. I swear by this guy. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He's run by Marshall Fitness is run by Will Marshall, friend of the show. Known him for a long time. Really good dude. He'll work with you, like I said, every week, daily if needed, to make sure that you can achieve your fitness goals within your everyday life. It's online. It's all virtual, which is what is really cool about it. It's personalized fitness training that you can access at any point. So please go support Marshall Fitness and this show by going to his Facebook page, the Marshall Fitness Facebook page. He's also on Instagram. Check him out. He really knows what he's doing, and the best time to start is now. Ben, this week's Marshall Fitness topic is the best.
Yes, sir.
I put a / funniest Division I college mascots. It's different. It's not usually, we're probably gonna fucking hear it. Oh, I thought you guys were the Jersey Show, but like, we are playing into sports nostalgia. That's what we
Absolutely,
do.
as we do best.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the resident college football guy on the bench, I know, like, Division I mascots are like, it's part of like the tradition, the pageantry, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's a real thing.
No, absolutely. It is 100% a part of the identity of the school. And that's something that, I mean, even you think that some schools off the top of your head, the mascot's probably the first thing that comes to mind. Mm-hmm. So I feel like this is something that it is something that somebody wears on behalf of the university. So, it's still important in terms of relating to our show. And this is one that I think a lot of people are going to get a kick out of because it's not what you're used to seeing every week.
Right. And like I said, if you know us, you know why we pick this. If you've watched at all up to this point, you can understand why we pick this. And it's not
bunch of tomfoolery.
It's absurd. Like, you can tell there were a lot of fuck it's. Like, it's like, fuck it, let's just throw this out there, which I love. Like, there's one of my picks is like it's my all-time favorite mascot, and you can tell whoever puts it together is fuck it, fucking throw it out there.
Yeah.
So, Ben, anything else before we get started?
I'm ready to go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Pick one.
All right, so this is one that most of you may not be 100% familiar with, but this is the banana slug for UC Santa Cruz. I think that is one of the funniest concepts for a mascot because, like, if you think that when you were a kid, like, slugs are just gross, dude. And I don't know, like, if you think of what a college or university would want to be represented as, you really think they're picking a slug. But, hey, UC Santa Cruz is because they're not Cal. They're not the main campus. They are a branch of Cal, but they're still a D-1 school. And they chose, of all things, the slug, the banana slug of all things, this big, yellow, almost like cousin of the what am I trying to think of? Damn it. What am I thinking of? The people.
You're coming off as a little sluggish. That's a fucking Austin Moorhead joke. I'm gonna just throw that back in him right now.
No, oh man, Teletubbies. He looks like.
Oh my god, you
cousin.
couldn't think of Teletubbies?
No, dude,
Pinky
it was
Winky?
driving me nuts. It was.
Come on, bro.
Lala, Dipsy. I knew all of them. And even like their little vacuum that would suck up the tubby custard and do all that kind of stuff. Like, I remember it, dude. I just couldn't remember the name for a second. But he looks like a cousin of them with his little antennas coming out. Like, they each had something on top of their head. Like, this guy would be the one that is just there. Like, he's like maybe their drunk cousin or something like that. But this is a very odd mascot for me, especially and I get that some people would say, well, California is weird, but I feel like not weird enough to have a banana slug as your university's mascot, but hell, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't know why.
Oh, look at him go.
Dude, it blows my mind sometimes. Like, some of these schools pick the least, because I feel like you want like a formidable mascot. You want something that like either like traditional or like it's like, menacing, tough, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This just ain't it.
It ain't it,
but it's fucking
that
awesome. But it's fucking awesome. Like, I think it's fucking hilarious. Like,
it's something that is so abstract that like it does give you your own identity as a school. But also at the same time, it's like, why? And it is funny. Like, if you just go scrolling through college mascots and you just come across the banana slug of UC Santa Cruz, you're like, what the hell is going on over there?
Yeah,
oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man.
So whenever I put this
awesome.
whenever I put this in here, I didn't know I didn't watch that far.
A seal and a slug had sex, and then the banana slug came out.
Dude.
Look at that. Look at him.
Dude, this video is like propping up and dunking on the banana slug at the same time. This is amazing.
Yeah.
The slugs are back. Look at this guy. Dude, he looks like
man. Slugs not drugs. Slugs not drugs. UC Santa Cruz.
Dude, but like, dude, what's the what was the creepy ass like dinosaur show? It was like live action dinosaur costumes.
Barney? Is that
no. Not Barney, dude.
Dude, hey, real quick, I'm telling you right now, best horror movie of all time is Barney's Christmas Special. Did we go over this before? I'm having deja vu.
I want you to hold on that. One of my picks. That was one of my comparisons for the let's put a pin in that one.
Okay, pin in it. Barney Christmas Special. We'll go back to it.
Barney Christmas Special. But I'm trying to. It was like back in like the 80s or 90s where it's the creepiest shit.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't remember the name.
Look at this. It's literally called Dinosaurs.
Oh,
that's
well, that was easy.
Okay. The creepiest show of all time.
Yeah, dude. That's just a little bothersome.
Dude, that's fucking weird. Come on.
Yeah, that's a bit off.
Come on. But yeah, man. I mean, I feel like all those UC, Santa Barbara, whatever they have gone on out there. There are so many fucking Cal campuses.
There's Santa Barbara, Santa Cruz, Santa Clara. There's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have to like kind of distinguish from each other a little bit because I mean, they're all different schools. Like it's a big fucking state. You know, it's not. You're gonna
huge.
Yeah, like
huge.
It's a giant state, and they're gonna have. Each one of these schools is gonna have like its own school. It's not, even though it might be part of like that school, you know, the college system or whatever the fuck.
Hey, they still get their own identity to a point. So.
Yep, to a point. I mean, this guy's funny. Like, it takes some fucking nuts to say, yeah, we're the fucking banana slugs.
Slugs.
And then throw this guy out there with he's thinking, should I quit my job right now because I'm dressed as a fucking banana slug?
Run into traffic or get someone to pour a bunch of salt on me and then I fizzle into nothing. Thoughts inside a mascot's head.
Have you ever? Are you a It's Always Sunny guy? Do you watch It's Always Sunny? Fuck yeah.
I'm obsessed.
The slug, yeah. They're fucking throwing salt at her.
Or the snail, Gail the snail.
Oh, Gail the snail. Sorry, same shit though.
Gail dude, and when Charlie, she comes in and they're all just like looking at her. He goes, "Be gone, snail, be gone." That's the best shit ever, dude. I love it.
Oh my god. All right, I could go on and on about It's Always Sunny, man. It's an all-time show. It's a fucking great show.
Yeah.
Dude,
I love this
first
pick.
Pick.
You know what? Smalls coming in hot, fire away.
Dude. Western Kentucky. They're the Hilltoppers, right? Nah, fuck that. They're going with Big Red. What is Big Red? No one knows. Even the guy that fucking put them together. Even the guy that drew him for the first time had no fucking clue what it was.
If you don't chew Big Red, fuck you.
Fuck you. Dude, so apparently this guy, he's like, oh, I'm basing this on amusement park characters. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But this looks like, and this is why I stopped you, it is just a scary red version of Barney the dinosaur. It also looks like if Grimace from McDonald's was actually a murderer and he just gobbled people up.
Yeah, that's pretty damn accurate,
dude. Like I said, it looks like he could like swallow someone whole, like on the spot. Like his mouth is so fucking big,
and then you're gone.
And have you ever seen? All right, another show reference. Have you ever seen The League?
Yes.
McGiblets. This gives me big McGiblets vibes.
Oh man.
But like, dude, he looks like happy, sad, and frightened all at the same time. You can't tell what his mouth is
Yeah, you
doing.
can't pin an expression on Big Red here.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's hard to tell how he's feeling.
Yeah, and I look just because I was trying to get to the bottom of what this guy actually was, and the description that I kept coming across, whether it's Wikipedia or the official school website, they kept calling him a red furry being. What that means?
Yeah, that's descriptive.
Yeah, right. Dude, I have no clue. But like, I just don't understand the amusement park thing. Like, that to me.
Yeah, I think that was an easy cop out.
Yeah.
To a point.
Dude, check this out though. Dude, check this out though. Big Red's going fucking ape shit at a wedding. Just wait.
Oh, dude, I love it.
Dude,
I want him to speak at my wedding.
Dude, look at this guy. How can you hate on that guy?
Dude,
this guy's going fucking nuts.
This dude, and to me, like, when you just are a red being, as they call it, like, I mean, live it up, man. Like, electrify anywhere you go. This is awesome. This dude is the best.
Dude. Yeah.
Hey, so busting that pin wide open.
Let's go.
He would have been a great character in the Barney Christmas special, is like a tag team partner, because I'll nutshell it for you here real quick. This little kid named Kevin goes up in his room, he says goodnight to his mom, he clicks a light off, and on the set, it's dark, but you can still see everything for the sake of the movie. And then you hear like these chimes, right? And then you see this big silhouette and like this figure. And Kevin's like, oh, someone in here? And wakes up and flicks the light on. And Barney's just standing there right next to him in his bed. And this is around Christmas time, whatever. And he's like, hi, Kevin, I came here to play with you. And you're like, what the hell is going on? Kevin gets up and Barney's like, we're going to go ice skating. They go around kidnapping like 6 other kids. And then they take off to this ice skating rink in the middle of nowhere with this snowman that's potentially a pedophile. And him and Barney are like tight. They like dap up and they got all these kids like ice skating or whatever. And Barney's like, okay, let's get you back before your parents know you're gone. So he wanted to do this like without them. They don't show what happens on the way there and on the way back. And you get there and like the mom is like, you hear footsteps, whatever, walking up and she's about to open a door and Barney's gone. And you're telling me that ain't free.
Dude, Barney was always weird, man. I feel like Barney was. Dude, I'm not pretending I wasn't a big Barney guy. Like growing up, I loved Barney, man. That was my stuffed animal. Like every kid has that little fucking stuffed animal. I had Barney. Man.
I love Barney, but the older you get, when do you start asking questions?
Right, dude. There were always,
you know what I mean?
There were always some. I don't know about you, but like I remember, there were always like weird rumors about Barney. Like the guy,
and like the guy who played Barney. Yep. Yes, sir.
We're not gonna get into it. But
no. We won't fly that far off.
No. But like, no, it's sketchy. And Barney, you look back at it now, Barney is sketchy. Like,
oh, dude, looking at him like as a kid, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And now I'm like, what the hell? Same with like if anyone is familiar with Chuck E. Cheese and the animatronic people that were up on stage when you would go to Chuck E. Cheese. I bet them and Barney are all secret pedos together. They freak me the hell out now as an adult. Like, but as a kid, I'm like, oh, this was made for me. You know, dude, this is pretty cool. There it is. There he is. There he is. Look at that. Even just that scene, you're telling me that doesn't creep you out a little bit? Just that screenshot.
No, it might be.
I'm seeing this as a kid, and I'm thinking as a kid, you know, maybe it's because times have changed.
Dude, what is this?
What? Why doesn't Barney kidnap me and take me ice skating?
Dude, what is this?
And then I'm glad.
The evil
Barney. What in the hell is this?
What does he look like? He's a fucking pimp.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Anyway, we'll reel back in because we could
Yeah.
have a whole show talking about Barney and evil Barney. But anyway, Big Red looks like he could have helped Barney kidnap those kids by
And
swallowing
eat
them and
them.
then puking them
Yeah.
back out. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's why this guy's my co-host, because we fucking read each other's mind like that.
thank you, sir. Thank
Yes,
you, sir.
sir.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Pick number 2, Benny.
Pick number 2, coming in even hotter. This is probably one of the most iconic logos for the university, but definitely mascots, period, is the Leprechaun of Notre Dame. This guy, no matter what sport it is one of the few that is exposed as a real human that's a mascot. A lot of these, there's a whole costume that covers the person. You never really know who it is. But each person genuinely has to take over the personality of the leprechaun. And every single one of them has to be the most electric kid on campus because each one that they get, they do the job right and they do it well, hyping up the crowd at basketball games, at football games. You see this little dude coming out in his little green and gold suit, and sometimes they do gimmicks where he's hopping into a pot of gold and things like that.
His knickers.
But he's always
his knickers.
He's always one of the ballsiest too, because like that little leprechaun will go up to other mascots and he's a little shit starter, man. And I love it though. And I like that it's like some of these people, they can be outrageous in a costume because their identity's hid. God forbid someone takes it too far or whatever. This guy, you're exposed all the time. Everyone knows. I know you. I know your face. You're the leprechaun. It takes a lot of balls to be a leprechaun, especially at such a legacy university like Notre Dame. I love this dude. And here are some stellar clips that Smalls, I really appreciate you taking the time to put these in there. It's not easy to be a leprechaun. You got to have a personality for it. You got to have a build for it. You got to have a mindset. I am the Notre Dame Leprechaun. I respect every single one of these guys. I respect this mascot more than I respect most leaders in my life. I think that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish Leprechaun is a heralded position in all of sports. It should be respected far more than it is today. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Squire. Thank you very much.
If you watch the last episode, I fucking hate Notre Dame. There's no school that like irks me more than Notre Dame. But hold on, bear with me. I respect this pick because, like you said, it's one of the few live mascots out there, and they fucking kill it. And there are a ton of them too. That's what's crazy. It's not just like one dude that cycles through 4 years. You
got to make the cut to be a leprechaun. You know, and aside from the performance of our Kiski people will know this when Meech was the Kiski Cavalier, exposing himself as a human being the Cavalier, and rocked it. This is probably the best human mascot performance since Meech at Kiski area as the Cavalier.
I am a big I feel like you're probably not a WVU guy, are you?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. I still think the Mountaineer is sick. I love the Mountaineer.
The Mountaineer is at least a mascot I can respect.
Yep.
Even though.
Yep. Same thing with me and Notre Dame. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just at least like a Notre Dame, he's hyping up Catholics, whereas the Mountaineer is hyping up inbreds. That's just the only time that is different.
Hey, take it easy. What if we have fans in the great state of West Virginia? What do you
they're probably like,
hold on, no, let's not go down that road, Ben.
No, I'm just gonna tell them, welcome. We appreciate your fandom. I'm not going to be someone who turns the other cheek and ignores the fact that you met your wife at a family reunion. It's just not something I'm going to do. But
I am wearing I'm wearing a WVU thing right now too.
Of course you are. But if it actually, that sounded way worse than I meant for it to be. I wish you weren't wearing it, and that's about it.
Yeah, but actually, hold the fuck on. Hold on. What are you?
It's nothing with you, okay? It's just I don't know why you're wearing that, and it's a little confusing to me, and maybe that was a dig at me. Maybe I should show up next week wearing an Ohio State shirt or something like that, or maybe put on some Notre Dame gear. But all I'm saying is that WVU started this rivalry with Pitt out of nowhere way long ago with this backyard brawl or whatever. And I'm telling you right now, I have no problem with the people of West Virginia. I'm just a realist. That's it, and that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow. So I'm gonna address a few things right there. I would be okay with an Ohio State jersey, but if you come in with a Michigan jersey, I would laugh you off the screen because that is a joke of a school. I don't care how good they are in basketball right now. That's a joke of a fucking school. Jim Harbaugh and his fucking khakis and milk can get the fuck out of everyone's face. Sleeping on recruits' floors. It's a weird ass school that thinks they're the Harvard of the North. Harvard of the North for some reason. I don't know. It's a good school, sure, academically. It's a fine school. They have some arrogance about them that bothers me. Second of all, Notre Dame, besides being overrated at football every single year, Notre Dame reminds me of Mike Bray, just like, for some reason, just heartbreak for Pitt basketball. I don't know. And maybe it wasn't. Maybe the record doesn't show that, but I feel like Mike Bray just, like, killed Pitt basketball. And I could be wrong about that, but
I don't think to a point. But you know what? Let's not get into specifics here.
Sure.
Small. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But all in all, Notre Dame, very respectable mascot, and I am truly jealous of the gall that they have to go out there and do what they do every sporting event.
Yeah. No, I mean, to be like a real to be a live mascot,
you're putting a lot on the line.
Yeah.
You're putting a lot of yourself out there.
Well, and you have to have, if you're a dude, you kind of have to have a certain look. You have to look a little Irish. You have to fit the body. See, I think I'd be able to pull off looking like the Notre Dame Leprechaun.
I
don't have the charisma
though.
I don't have the charisma though. I don't have the athleticism. You know,
you get a couple more glasses of JMO in you, I think you do just fine.
I think I would be just fine. I don't know if I would actually be just fine. But. All right. Let's move on to my second pick. Fucking phenomenal. In my opinion, phenomenal pick. Ugga.
I agree.
Ugga, the fucking bulldog from the University of Georgia Bulldogs. So it's almost building off of what Ben did with his second pick, except this is a live animal mascot, and there are a lot of live animal mascots. I mean, you got Bevo, the Longhorn down in Texas. You have Mike the Tiger, Smokey too. Yeah, Smokey in Tennessee. You have Mike the Tiger, down in LSU, or down at LSU. There are a few of them that are, you know, they're respectable. You know, the Buffalo at Colorado is kind of a cool tradition too. I forget the Florida State one because I think the horse has a name. I can't remember what it is though.
It does, and I can't remember what it is either, honestly.
But Ugga just has something different about him. This lad, this unit of a lad right here, hobbles onto the field, not being able to breathe because he's a bulldog, and I always feel so bad for bulldogs because they just can't fucking breathe. And I love them. They're great dogs, honestly, but like you can tell,
still a good boy.
Yeah, like they just have trouble. But this is Ugga. As of right now, they're on Ugga 10 to Ugga the 10th. So they've gone through 9 other Uggas over the course of school history. And this dog just doesn't give a fuck. This dog, I love this dog. If I could, if I was a dog, I would try to be this dog. Because this dog, you could tell, he's like, oh, okay, look at all these fucking fans in the stands. I don't give a shit.
He's one of those, like Ugga is that dog who's walking by like, Hi, how are you? At the party. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like that guy who's nodding his head. Okay, where's the keg at? You know, like
Yeah.
that type of guy.
Yeah.
Like
He's a glue
that's what
guy. He's a glue guy.
uh, Uga is a glue guy. He's a man amongst men. I love the pick, and I think it's very respectful because, like you said, it being instead of just a real person, it's a real animal. Instead of a mascot you can just toss on. This takes character. This
Oh yeah.
takes also owner approval. But I mean,
Yep.
this is something that I love the tradition of. I love that they do it, and it makes me respect Georgia even more.
So yeah, and like I said, he just doesn't give a fuck. And I'll show two. I have two examples here. So Exhibit A. This is my favorite college football clip, literally of all time. Uga's just fucking chilling before the Sugar Bowl. I forget what year. I think it was 2 years ago. Whenever Sam Ellinger's like, "Oh, we're back," Uga's just fucking chilling. He's chilling, just taking it easy, taking it all in. He's like, he doesn't give a fuck. And then all of a sudden, Bevo just fucking goes after him. Bevo coming out of fucking nowhere. Oh my god, dude, Uga,
Out of nowhere.
Uga, that little bulldog stood toe to toe with fucking Bevo. The live
It's a
Texas,
steer.
it's a fucking steer.
It's an actual longhorn.
And dude, and like this guy, like you can tell. So if you let's roll back the footage here, you can tell that Bevo wanted a fucking piece of Uga. Like,
Oh, he was down. He wanted to
yeah,
smoke
dude,
for
he
sure.
wanted to scrap. Like, not even he wanted to fucking gorge this guy. And Uga's like, nah, dude, fucking get that cheap shit off of me.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and if we're gonna compare what the programs have done in the last 10 years, I mean, Uga's got a right to strut his stuff, and Bevo does not.
yeah, dude, Texas is just kind of funny to me. Like, they're just Sam Ellinger is laughable in my opinion. Second clip I have Savage. This is 1996.
Taking a chomp.
Dude, he's going after the nuts, going after the sack, and
Taking a chomp.
dude, Georgia Auburn. That's a real rivalry down there.
Yo,
It's
yeah,
a big deal. And he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you know what? I see that guy's nuts right now. He's about to catch a fucking punt return. I don't give a fuck. I'm chomping down right now. What a legend, dude. I feel bad that he can't breathe.
Would you say that punt was muffed?
Anyways, yeah, no, I fucking deserve that one. No, that was more of a it was too easy, dude. I've been making too many dad jokes recently.
Yeah, I had to.
Dude,
I had to chip one in there, you know?
I know, dude. Well, yeah, you turn 25 and all of a sudden, you start making the cheesiest jokes of all time. That might just be a me thing, but
you're just preparing yourself. That's all.
True. Yeah. All right, Benny, pick number 3. Let's go. I'm not even kidding. You stole this from me because like I was about to fucking send this. Like,
listen, this is the belle of the ball. You've got what has got to be the most creative mascot of all time. Now, technically, it is an unofficial mascot, but anybody who respects what college is as a whole, the sports atmosphere, even the student atmosphere, and especially the party atmosphere, knows that Keggy the Keg didn't come to fuck around. He is here to do business by fueling you up at the tailgate. He is here to get you ready to go before and after the game, get you all boozed up. And I mean, look at the detail on his face. It looks like if the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz did meth and they threw that guy out there, and this is what you got. Keggy the Keg is full of personality. He's full of spunk. He's sure shit full of beer, and he's full of school spirit. And I think that it is funny that Dartmouth is an Ivy League school, let's not forget, and they have a keg as their unofficial mascot. So the fact that Dartmouth was able to somehow pull this off and get this guy to just start showing up, he's an absolute legend. And if you take a look at the footage here, we should be able to show you. See, maybe I spent too much time with Keggy the Keg, but you are going to be able to see how much of a legend this guy is. I think that the fact that this was also a student creation, that people came up with this and submitted this, that there he is, dude.
Dude,
Keg
look at
is
this
my
guy.
guy. He's just a lightning rod of school spirit. If you didn't want to go to Dartmouth before, I guarantee you want to now. If you're looking at Ivy League schools, you think of Harvard, Yale, Penn, Princeton. Do they have a giant walking methed out keg? I didn't think so. He's a man of the people. He's in with the students at games and sporting events. He's posing with the frat boys. He's getting pumped up, literally
Dude,
and metaphorically speaking, for every event. He is Dartmouth. Keggy the Keg, President 2024.
If anyone watching this has time, please go look this up. I'd never seen this before. I knew of Keggy the Keg. I love Keggy the Keg. But please go watch this. This is fucking hysterical. We can't have sound.
It is internet gold.
But they're basically talking about how they fucking kidnapped Keggy one night back tons of years ago, and they tied him up, beat the shit out of him, and they were like, he persevered, he came back. And I'm like, yo, let's go, Keggy, let's go.
Dude, he is literally what any college student would pick their mascot to be. And that's why he was a student creation. Like if I'm going to a school and I'm thinking I want to party, but I also want a school is going to be decent at sports. And as far as I know, Dartmouth isn't a terrible sports college when it comes to Ivy League. But you want someone that, when you're looking for a mascot, you want someone who embodies the student body, embodies university, and is going to take with crowds at sporting events. You're telling me that the average event goer isn't going to love that there is a dude dressed as a giant keg? That's bullshit. Absolutely. If you think that that's the case. This is the perfect mascot, and I will vote for Keggy the Keg on any mascot board and any presidential board from here on out. And Keggy, if you need a vice president, I will be there to tap you, spread you to the people like you deserve to be, because Keggy the Keg should be an American icon.
I fucking love Keggy. Like, Keggy is unbelievable. Like, and the other pick, my last pick is, I would say, the counterpart to this. The best mascots in America, in my opinion,
and you know why?
Student-run ones. That's
exactly.
The best. It's a student-run ones. Now, granted, like you said,
by the people, for the people.
Dude, it doesn't get any better than the students picking a fucking keg as a mascot, because it's salt of the earth.
It's perfect.
And granted,
it's pure. It is pure.
Now, and granted, you can say what you will about Dartmouth being an Ivy League school, and feel like that kind of comes with its own stigma. They fucking demolished that. They demolished that with
But
Keggy.
Maybe this is them saying, hey, schools like WVU, hey, schools like Florida State, we party too. We matter. We can drink with the rest of you, or at least try to, and we're going to come with our own pre-tapped keg, Keggy himself. Electric.
Legend. What's their actual I don't even think that they have like a mascot. Their team name is like the Big Green or something.
Yeah, it's like Dartmouth Big Green or something like that. So what? I mean, you can't just replicate Big Red from Western Kentucky and make a Big Green, because that would be copying. This is original. This is hilarious. This is topical. If they don't turn Keggy the Keg from an unofficial into an official mascot, they're bonkers.
Well, yeah, and I feel like, some people watching might think that us saying the best mascots are just the funniest ones, and that's part of it. I think that's part of it. I love
it's definitely a wrench in the mix, but you got to think that the fact that, like we already covered, it's a student-based mascot. Exactly. Would you not want a hand in what represents your university while you go there? You know what I mean? And it is still topical. It fits the scene. I think that it's great.
No, it's awesome, because you want entertainment when you go to collegiate sports events, and this guy, he's been to like most Dartmouth sports events. Like, I know it's like an unofficial mascot, but like whoever or
he shows up,
Keggy
shows up.
Keggy shows up, dude. Like, he, you know what? He doesn't shy away from the spotlight. Keggy's
He'll
there.
have you ready to get swifty in a national
Get
championship game,
swifty.
or a from a national championship game to a game of backyard badminton, because that's a guy Keggy is, because a keg is acceptable at any occasion, and Keggy will be there through thick and thin for all the Dartmouth students, and that's why I love the guy.
This might be a bad comparison because we're Steeler fans, and I hate the guy because he tormented us for so many years. Keggy is the Tom Brady of collegiate mascots. He shows up, everyone fucking doubts him, but year in, year out, he comes out and fucking performs. And you can't ask for much more than that. And he might.
I would arguably wow, I'm not even drinking. I would arguably take Keggy over Mike Tyson in a fist fight, I think.
Because he's a scrapper. You know for a
Yeah,
fact that guy's a scrapper. Come on.
Look at him. He is literally made of metal. Iron Mike Tyson, that's skin from what I can tell. Keggy that's pure metal. Pure grit.
Have you ever picked up a keg? Have you ever thrown a keg?
Exactly. You know how heavy them damn things are. And he's full. He's always full, ready to go.
fucking legendary pick. All right.
And hey, you know what? This is a great flow into your last pick, because these are ones that are so absurd, but they're student ran and they're iconic. So Smalls, please take us out here with the best pick of the night.
Pick number 3. It's
the GOAT.
Fucking Stanford tree from Stanford University. It does not get literally any better than this. This guy, so the mascot, like we've hinted at already, it is a student-run mascot. They make a new Stanford tree every year. It's like a fucking arts and crafts project for the entire student body. Now, you think Stanford, studious people, doctors, lawyers, all this other shit. Nah. This embodies Stanford University and the everyday student at Stanford University. Like I said, they pick like a winner pretty much every year. This is going to be this year's tree. It is like the funniest shit I've ever seen, because it looks like a kindergarten art project because of the fucking googly eyes. Year in, year out.
Well, and Smalls, I think this goes back to something that we mention a lot, is that this falls in that category of it's so bad it's great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is like,
it's legendary.
It does look ridiculous, but it's something that they've been doing for a very long time now and is iconic. Like, even you and me have mentioned in the past about, like, on NCAA football, you could be the trees and play as them. That is the funniest shit you will ever see in your entire life.
Fucking mention that.
Oh, here we go.
NCAA is probably my favorite video game of all time. I don't play video games that much. Like, I'm not a video game guy.
I agree both statements.
I would fucking kill for a fucking game of NCAA playing as the Stanford Trees. Did you see that? Hold on, I'm gonna replay that just for a sec.
The fans.
Look at this. You have trees bouncing off each other, and then the side flip. That's why I loved. And
I love
the NCAA video games. It's a fucking pine tree flipping on its side. What? How do you
for
beat
a
that?
tutty? Of course,
how do you fucking beat that? And then the game, of course,
Sellies?
Dude, yeah, the Sellies, because they use the same fucking motion for like everyone. So, but it just looks ridiculous that these guys are like chest bumping each other like as fucking trees, and they're walking around with no arms. Awesome. The ball's like floating around because they have like no
exactly
arms.
Yeah,
like, dude. It is. So another thing that I don't know, Ben. I don't know if you've heard this. The Stanford tree is one of the most. What do you want to call it? Dude, the whiskey's getting to me right now. Whatever. This guy has a fucking criminal history. The Stanford tree has a criminal history. Do you know that?
What?
Dude.
This is unbeknownst to me because how?
This fucking tree is literally like the legend of the Stanford tree is the fact that whoever plays the Stanford tree at any given year, misbehavior. That's what they label it as. So, in the this is 2006 alone. This is like the worst. The Stanford tree. The Stanford tree was on a fucking bender in 06.
2006, a rough year for them.
Dude, 06 was a bender for the Stanford tree. He was in cahoots with the Stanford band, who was also very controversial. They were in cahoots for destruction of public property on the Stanford campus. They got arrested, and afterwards they were banned from the NCAA women's basketball tournament.
Oh my god! You know, and it's funny. I
don't know the number for this, but I'm pretty sure it's more than one. Do you know how many Stanford trees have been fired for public drunkenness?
Give me a hint here. Is it above?
I don't know. I don't know the number. I don't know the number, but I'm pretty sure it's more than one.
Oh, I think probably double digits throughout the years. I feel like you got to be at a dozen.
I'm trying to figure this out. Public drunkenness, because I still have Barney up on my screen too. So let me get a news. Well, all right. I don't give a shit about drunk Tom Brady. Okay, fired for drinking at a basketball game. There's one. What else we got? I think this might all be from the same year. It might have just been once, but like, no, I think it's twice. Yeah, it was at UC Berkeley too.
Oh man! Hey, there's another UC school.
There you go. Yeah.
Full circle. Full circle here at the Vault.
That's how we do it. Everything is full circle. But, dude, it is.
You're telling me, like, and you got to think too. For this being such a ridiculous mascot, this is also a school that in football alone has produced David DeCastro, Andrew Luck, Christian McCaffrey, guys that you would not have expected to come from a school that has this. Richard Sherman also, yeah, guys that like you would not expect to come from this. Like, and honestly, I would love to know their opinions of the Stanford tree. But either way, I mean, I think it's hands down that this is a brilliant idea. And this is something that all people of college sports who know of it can say that this is probably top of the list. And it's arguably the best mascot in Division I.
Yeah, like I said, Stanford is known for being like an excellent school. Like academically, they're like top of the list.
Very good.
They're a very good. But I don't care how good of a school you go to, you're gonna like it's college, and that's what I love about both Keggy the Keg and the Stanford tree.
Yep.
Like
these are extremely high intelligence level schools that have the two most ridiculous and awesome mascots known to man.
Because it's hard to be a highly functioning, highly intelligent human being that doesn't let loose. And I think that's
exactly.
I think that's why these are perfect, because it shows that these kids, they're real people. They're not what you think of when you think of these schools, because they like to have a good time, and nothing embodies that more. Like, now, I'm not Keggy the Keg. I can almost guarantee, because it's an unofficial mascot, they don't give a fuck. Guarantee Keggy the Keg walks the walk. But the Stanford tree fucking walks the walk, dude. Public drunkenness.
Struts the walk.
Dude, he wears it like a fine cloak.
I love it. And I love, again, it's like part of being a mascot is having the personality that you give that costume or that uniform. It's like you are embodying the university and showing some swagger, showing some style, showing some personality. And that's why I love the trees, because the people who are in it are nuts too. So from top to bottom,
I
it's
can't.
just
I have to watch this
it's just
again.
a stellar,
I have to watch
stellar,
this again.
stellar mascot, and to me, probably the best. Period. And I'm very happy that that's how we're capping off the show.
Absolutely, yeah, dude. It. This is what made NCAA football so fucking
Dude, you
good.
can't get enough of it.
Dude, I love that. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. And that, dude, the sellies, they're like, you can tell they're trying to like fucking high five each other, pat each other on the back, but they're
Yeah.
just fucking trees. Like, dude, it's fucking perfect. All right.
Like swinging in here, that's literally like I knew you were gonna pick that, so I left it off my list. But that's to me, that's hands down. And like anybody watching this show that has been waiting for this, you're welcome, because you knew it was coming. So I mean, the Stanford tree, a great last final pick. So on that note, Smalls, how about them honorable mentions that we got this week?
These HMs, we got a few of them. We got two of them. So, Benny, if you want to
So
take the first one, yeah.
my honorable mention this week is Hank from the University of Butler. I get that the Bulldog is a very overused mascot. There are a ton of universities who are the Bulldogs, but this one has a slightly more unique personality. If you look at the face, it's very like grouchy, cartoonish look to, and it looks like he would talk like this all the time. Like to me, if I don't know, like I can't even think of like a good comparison, but like if Wilford Brimley was a dog, like it's Hank from Butler. And I think seeing this guy, especially, they're a bigger basketball school, but being out at public sports like that, getting to see Hank just come around and be like, rah, 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 would crack me up enough to where I feel like it's hard to outdo a normal bulldog because so many schools are the bulldog, but he's got his own little flair to him with this little Flavor Flav chain piece that he's got going on as well. And I think that Hank was at least good enough to be thrown in as an HM here at the end because he deserves a little bit of credit.
Dude, the jowls on that guy. Jeez.
The
jowls. No, and
so Smalls, go ahead.
All right. So I got, if you know anything about sports, and even if you don't, you can probably figure out that that's an orange.
Yeah.
It's fruit.
Cheese ball.
And like, like Syracuse. I mean, like the Syracuse Orange, and I think they were. I guess back in the day they were probably known as the Orange Men, which is kind of a weird name for a team. There's weirder ones out there, but like this is it's great. It's like
it is.
What?
It's simple. It's friendly. It hits. It's good. It's a good mascot.
He's got a big old happy nose. He's got a dimply smile. He even got the officially licensed Nike Syracuse hat. Like this is a legit mascot.
He's on
man. Yeah, and if you can't tell, like, so the picks that me and Ben have done tonight, really outside of Uga and the Leprechaun, they're ridiculous. And it's not like I want it to be known. We're not trying to make fun of these mascots. We're not trying to make fun of the schools.
We appreciate them for what they are.
The point of the mascot is to be entertaining
and to be outrageous. You should be different. You should be a weird lightning bolt for the school.
Yep.
That's what you're there for.
Yeah, and like the orange is the embodiment of that because it's a fucking, quite literally, it's an orange. And I don't know how you beat that. Like they took the literal sense of the team name and just made it into their mascot. And it's funny. Like it's funny, but it also sticks out at a game because I can almost guarantee this guy is a fucking great time. Like to be the Syracuse Orange at basketball games has to be. You have to have some charisma,
100%.
Those are our honorable mentions. Submission of the week. I like this one. This was an interesting pick. I got a few. I had one for the fact this is, we are a young show. I had one. It was Scrody from Rhode Island Institute of Technology. So I might as well fucking show it. Before I get to that,
Wait. Let's do the submission of the week
yeah, I
real
was gonna
quick.
say my good buddy of mine, Vince Luongo, friend of the show. Vince, if you're watching, you're welcome on literally anytime, buddy. Submission of the week is the Villanova Wildcat. I don't think it has like the flair of some of the other ones we've talked about tonight, but as far as like cat mascots go, I think this one's a pretty solid one.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Again, it's in the dirtiest city in America, but it's not as bad as a submission could have been.
Yeah, and like I mean, me and Ben are fans of two schools with cats. Like Nittany Lions, Panthers. I love the Nittany Lion for the fact that he's entertaining, but the look of him, like, he doesn't look great.
Raggedy.
He doesn't look great. And I love him. I can't talk shit on him, but I understand. I get it. It's not the best looking mascot. The Pitt mascot, the eyes fucking freak me out, man. And that might just be me, but like I think Nova actually got it right with this guy. I think it's like it's just scary enough. Like they found a happy
still
medium.
Subtle.
Yeah, they found a happy medium. So, and I mean Vince he's a big Philly guy, so I understand why he picked this. So, I'm gonna go back to just me and Ben for a sec, but I'm gonna pull this up. Ben, this is. I wasn't gonna show this.
In the way that you were building this up, I almost feel that we should.
So, it is the Rhode Island School of Design.
Okay.
I don't know the background to this whatsoever. I have not.
Dude, I'm nervous now. I'm sweating it a little bit. You're fucking with me, dude.
No, we're not going to promote that. We just showed
a live scrotum.
What? We're not going to promote that on social. So if you guys are fans of the show, this is your treat because that shit is fucking outrageous. That's a real math. Now,
School of
I'm
Design?
sure it's not official. But
yeah, but it's a scrout named Scrody. That's a little
Scrody McBooger balls from South
How
Park.
many people signed off on this? That they were like, yeah, let's have a walking sack out there to represent our school.
Okay, so maybe this is just fine. Because this is on the Rhode Island School of Design EDU page. Scrody responds to hands-on attention.
It's a superhero. Oh, buddy, this is making me uncomfortable. We got to get Super Scrote the hell out of here.
Or maybe we can invite him on the show.
Absolutely not.
No, you don't.
No, I think
that'd be electric television, man.
Well, I guess so, but I would like to maybe get a few guests on before
Scrody. Okay.
Before we have Scrody the Scrote. Just throwing it out there.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but
well, on that note, everybody, this was different for us. Clearly,
we ended on a weird note. Ben, I'm not gonna lie.
A weird scrote, if you will.
Ben, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to cut this out in post. I might have to cut this out because, like, are we allowed to have that on screen? I have no idea. I don't know the rules.
I don't know,
yet.
And that's actually that's a very good question.
I don't want to get fucking flagged. Like,
if not, we'll just hold on that. But because it is a public mascot, I think we're in the clear.
I mean, it was on
but
the homepage.
At the same time, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not. I wouldn't have brought it up honestly. Like
I don't know.
I shouldn't have done it. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it. I think you twisted my arm a little bit.
Well, how about? Well, we'll make a separate ending here, and that we can just kind of,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know,
Yeah, I'll just
get
do
away from it.
yeah, no, I'll make it work. Yeah. Oh my god.
So anyway, guys, this has been very different for us of a topic
Different.
this week, and we appreciate you tuning in.
Yep.
And definitely, I mean, like, obviously, we are the show that takes a look at uniforms and jerseys, but I feel like, in a way, a mascot is a uniform just for a different piece of the team and a different piece of the university, or, we will eventually get into the pros and things like that. But
Yep.
I think, especially with March Madness coming up here dangerously soon, that, doing college basketball jerseys last week and college mascots this week, we're really hitting a good flow here with what is coming up and what's being relevant. And we really appreciate you guys sticking around. And for anybody that that loves college mascots, please, refer this to them. But I know, Smalls, I had a blast with this topic today, and I'm super pumped for what we have coming soon.
No, yeah. It's like Benny said, man. It's a different topic for sure. It was weird. Not necessarily jerseys, but again, like I said from the top, the show, if you've been watching, we focus on jerseys, but if you can't tell, like we use each jersey to just open up a conversation, and just talk about like memories or like our favorite athlete, whatever the case may be, our favorite schools, whatever it is. And
it's sparking other topics.
Yeah, I think the mascots, it's in the same vein. And you can't talk about most, I would say pretty much outside of like a few franchises, most teams, franchises, what have you, most have mascots, and it's a very real thing. At least in the in the U.S. It's a very real thing, and I know it's not jerseys specific, but it's sports. It's just
exactly. It's sports. It's nostalgia.
Yep. It's me drinking alone.
It's
me drinking alone and talking about on my belated birthday, no less. Fucking unbelievable.
Listen, pal, I'm just trying to be responsible.
This guy.
We
No, but guys,
listen, I used to get told that I was the most irresponsible
irresponsible
person.
Are you sure you haven't been like sneaking off screen, like taking airplane shots? Like
no, just huffing keyboard cleaner. I couldn't even get through with saying that. Anyway, Smalls, as always, I appreciate you letting me be a part of the show. I had a lot of fun this week, and I'm definitely looking forward to next week.
Yep. No, like I say every week, man, this is the best part of my week. Hopefully, we bring some entertainment in everyone's lives, even if it's just like a laugh or two. That's really all we're looking for, or even just like a memory triggered. Like we're nostalgic. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have fun, take it easy. I think we have some good shit coming up for you guys. I think we have some
absolutely. We always do.
We have some good shit in the works. A few more guests that are in the works that I'm personally very excited about. A few more topics. Ben, I don't know which week we're gonna do it, but St. Patty's Day is coming up. If you're a bit,
yes, sir.
That's one of my favorite holidays, me being this Irish drunk bastard that I am, drinking on my JMO. It's one of my favorite holidays, and what better way to celebrate St. Patty's Day than wearing a fucking green jersey? So that'll be coming up either next week or the week after, so stay tuned. We have a bunch of other stuff in the works. I think we're on a good roll right now, so guys, please let us know if you have any issues with the show, if you think we could improve in any areas, if you just like the show.
Hey, feedback fuels progression. We can't do it without you guys,
please,
and we greatly appreciate that. So please like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do. We appreciate all the attention that you give us, and in turn, we would like to take that feedback and make a better product for you. So Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Yep. Thank you guys. Once again, this has been The Vault, the weekly show that takes a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. This week, we took a left turn there, talked about mascots. Same vein, though. But tune in every Friday on Facebook and YouTube. And yeah, just keep an eye out. Hey, Benny, cheers, my guy. It's been another great one. I fucking love you.
Love you too, brother. Hey, Keggy the Keg 2024.
The Stanford Tree, baby.